Oh, welcome back. It's not fair. It's not fair. You know, after segment one, I don't know how I can continue. You know, I made a lot of dumb predictions in there. I I should trust in my gut. There was no reason for me to go overboard. I feel bad. But, you know, I can't feel bad forever. I gotta forge ahead and just get to the next segment. Which is segment two. Discussions. So last year, I had a group of people. I had a discussion about E3. This year, back again. Same folks. Talking E3 stuff. So let's not waste any time. Let's move to segment two. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go look sadly out this window some more. Oh, Bob's back in town.
So, E3 2018, it's over now. What do you guys think? Actually, first you should give a little introduction because people are gonna be confused.
I need no introduction, so we can go
All
ahead and
right.
skip that.
All right. So, what do you think overall, like this E3?
Overall, I think it was all right. It wasn't anything mind-blowing like in the past, with especially like maybe 2 years ago. But it was decent. I enjoyed catching up on the clips
Yeah.
for a certain company.
This kind of felt like the transition year, kind of where like, hey, we're kind of planning these next gen consoles now, so let's kind of just get these games out the way now. Like I feel probably
Yeah.
when we get like the PS5 or Xbox 2, we're gonna start seeing more kind of those big reveals of that. Because there's still a lot of
Yeah.
studios out there that have not shown what they've been working on for a while, so who really knows?
Yeah, it definitely felt like this is the one of the last years for the current consoles. It's just one company is more prepared than the other.
Now the question is, which company did you feel that was though?
That one for
Yeah.
E3, Sony, without a doubt.
What do you think of that Sony one though? Because that one left me with mixed feelings in a few ways, but probably in one way.
Yeah, I think I had the benefit of not watching it live. So the one that I watched was edited. So I heard you had to wait an hour or something from the tent to the conference.
It was about a
For me,
15-minute wait.
okay. So for me, it was uh, Last of Us 2 and then straight to the conference.
Also, you had the better experience. Had the conference been that, it actually probably would have been way better. Like, it would have been really high on my list. But
Yeah.
like that, the pacing of it sucked because it opened up at Last of Us 2 had a great start, and then it was like a 15-minute slow wait. Then Tsushima, and then it went on with the rest of the conference, which and in the end was pretty great at that point. But it just ruined the whole presentation. It was really kind of stilted in the end,
Hmm.
which is a shame because the stuff they showed at Sony was actually pretty great.
Yeah, for the games, Sony's the only, other than one game that Microsoft showed, there's only one game I'm actually interested in that Microsoft showed. But for what Sony showed, I was nothing I didn't like,
So
especially Spider-Man. What I thought, at first I had no interest in, but after seeing that, seeing Peter Parker get beat down like a little baby at the end.
that's what sold the game. Like I just like to see Peter Parker get beat up. That's all I want.
That's it. That's it. I can't wait for Uncle Ben to return.
Just go play Amazing Spider-Man because you get to see him die. You get to play the part where he gets shot.
I only watched the first 30 minutes of Spider-Man 1, and then I restarted.
Well, that game looks good. Like Somniac seems like they're
It really
doing.
does.
Yeah, like it's been a while since there's been like a great Spider-Man game, so I'm all for it. And it's coming out real soon, like September, so it's not really that long of a wait. At least of the games they showed. The other ones, I don't know when those games are coming out. Like Last of Us Part 2, maybe next year, but Tsushima, that's a 2020. I feel.
Oh yeah, yeah. Last of Us 2 is definitely, I would say next year, and Death Stranding and what was it? I don't know how to say the
Ghost of
word, but
Tsushima.
that game, whatever. That game, whew,
of like the games, like that was, I'd probably say that was my favorite of the Sony show. Like Death Stranding was cool, and I really like Spider-Man, but that one, it's like, okay, this is what I'm wanting in these kind of games.
Well, I'll tell you my issues with Death Stranding later on.
All right, Sarah, you've been kind of quiet.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on that Sony, Sean? I know you said you'd
I
watched
thought
it.
I watched it live, so I actually suffered. But I thought it was pretty interesting. No, it was it. I thought it was pretty interesting. I understand that they were trying to go with creativity, where you show up in a church and then they move you into like the main conference room, and then they do the rest of the conference there. Like I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that they tried to do something new. But Ghost of Tsushima had me sold. Just like with the guy coming on playing the traditional Japanese flute, like it had me sold. I'm like, they're going really in immersion.
The only thing I had with that Sony showing is that they did Last of Us. They had that little like kind of getting the tone and the setting of the theme, and they had Ghost of Tsushima. They never did it for any other games. Like it's kind of weird.
Well, let's get to Microsoft. Let's start off with Microsoft. Like I said, I only had Microsoft and Sony because I'm not gonna watch an hour of Smash Brothers. So,
yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. So the Microsoft one that you did actually watch, like what were the stuff from that show that you left like taken away?
Well, first of all, let's say this. I have one word for the Microsoft conference, and that's garbage. And I'll tell you why. Because it felt like going. When you go to the movies early and they show you all the previews and trailers that have nothing to do with the movie. It's like shows for NBC and ABC.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Have nothing to do with that specific movie or that console, in sense. That's what I felt like the conference is. 50 games, and 3 of them are Xboxes. No, man,
you're not wrong. Your thing is you're not wrong, because a lot of those games, especially now with that incentive where all the Xbox One games are coming to PC, there's really very, very few like Xbox One exclusive games. And all the games they did show there, like while there were a lot of premieres that were great, it's gonna be on every other system, so it kind of hurts them in a way.
They played themselves. If you actually pay attention, they played themselves. They literally said, "Look, we have nothing for you, so we're gonna go to all the companies and say, let me show your trailer, so they won't ask us, where's our games."
Well, it's probably like, when Sony found out, like, hey, we're only showing those 4 games. A lot of studios probably said, no, maybe we shouldn't show this at Sony. They might not have that space for it. And then they went to Microsoft. Like, I feel like a DMC5 reveal would have worked also with probably the Sony one, but I bet the RE2 reveal they probably wanted to hold off.
Yeah, I think Devil May Cry was the only game where I was like, wow, yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I seen it and I enjoyed looking. Other than that, I almost fell asleep to the conference.
It's a good thing that there's actually a good Devil May Cry game. Like, I just love when they mentioned it's been 10 years since a Devil May Cry game. They skipped over DMC.
And I actually liked Nero as a character.
Yeah, Nero's a good character.
To see him return and to see Virgil, or the rumor Virgil, which is pretty much confirmed, to come back. I don't know if we're gonna get Psycho Virgil or I don't know. But I'm ready for it. Yeah,
and old grizzled Dante, like whatever they're gonna do with this game, I'm excited. Like everything they've said about like with how that game's gonna work and play, like I'm all in. Looks like it's gonna be kind of like a sped up DMC4, which I'm all for.
I heard it's gonna be open world. Open world, okay. They're going a little crazy with that, but all right. Yep. We'll see how it works out.
Yeah. Well, if they give me some at least, because 4 was a great game, but it was very, very kind of short on levels because they had that backtracking at the end with Dante.
Mm-hmm.
So as long as it's something a little longer, give me more something in terms of like 3 in the levels, then I'm all there.
Yeah, I agree. Even though 3 had a little backtrack also, so it makes sense. But I like the DMC too. Yeah. I like the new one when they went young Dante. I don't think it plays any part of the story, but like the
gameplay of it, I felt the gameplay was fine, but the story and characters is what threw me away of that game. I couldn't really take it seriously.
And then other than that, Microsoft had nothing for me. Personally, for me,
Yeah,
like I'm pretty sure someone watched the conference and enjoyed seeing Metro and
yeah. Like there are a few games in there
uh,
that got me, like Sekiro,
yo,
the new From Software game, like that looks pretty alright. Kind of like
Yo, I'm
Tenchu.
pretty sure someone out in the crowd was all excited for that Gears Pop game.
Yeah, that the one guy, the guy who's got a warehouse full of Funko Pops in his basement, is excited for
oh
that.
yeah, he can't wait for that. He can't
Yeah,
wait for
the
that.
dude who has a monthly budget that his wife plans for Funko Pop purchases. That's who is getting that game.
That's what he works for.
Yeah,
That's what he's there for the pops.
I actually know somebody who is excited for Gears Pop. I don't know if I can be friends with them anymore.
Yeah.
Because when they saw
Don't get
Gears
me wrong,
5,
like
they're like,
so
"Oh,
in overall presentation, I enjoyed Microsoft, but when I break it down to what Microsoft did for themselves, yeah, well they did acquire
Team Ninja."
Ninja Theory.
Ninja Theory, which is kind of a cool acquisition. I don't know what they're gonna go with it, but after like Hellblade, I'm sure this was a smart decision.
Yeah, I loved Hellblade, but I'd rather seen them stay a third party and
Yeah, kind of just make their own stuff.
make their own thing. Because now they'll have the resources, but in the past we know how Microsoft has rushed their companies to do this game, the way we want it.
Or cancel it outright.
They're pretty much EA.
Yeah, like Scalebound. Scalebound was going fine. I guess Microsoft was making some decisions that Platinum didn't agree with, and they just said, you know what, we're canceling the game outright. So
We'll see. Well, I won't, because I most likely won't have the Xbox.
Yeah.
So best of luck to them.
What do you think of Dying Light 2? Because I know you played the first one a bunch.
Well, I played about 2-3 hours of the first one. I'm still playing it till this day. But I guess I haven't beat Dying Light 1, so I don't know if number 2 is a good jump for me, because I bought it when it was $5 and I played 3 hours, and that was
when was
about 2-3
when was it
months ago.
$5?
I haven't touched it since. Yeah, it was pretty cheap.
God, I
But
always miss out on these deals.
yeah, you missed out on
Yeah.
some good ones.
Like when the order was
But
$5.
hashtag PlayStation. But anyway, yeah. So it looked good. I like that they're trying to do. It's kind of like a Shadow of Mordor in the way that your decisions.
Yeah, they said because there's an
Change
extended
or,
demo. It's kind of like that too, where decisions you make are gonna alter it, and people will be like, "Hey, I remember what you just did. You screwed us
Yeah,
over."
or kind of like Detroit Become Human. So that was cool. I did like that From Software game. That looked. I definitely liked that. Neo 2. Was Neo 2 Microsoft? Was that PlayStation?
That was Sony. That was like a quick announcement.
That was PlayStation. Or who would have
Yeah.
thought a game I was interested came from PlayStation? But trying to think of another one that I was like, man, I'm happy. That's it, man. Really, Devil May Cry and that From Software. That's a wrap, man. That's it for me in Microsoft. Like, we through.
We done, son.
Like this is the second year in a row that Microsoft has showed me nothing, and this is 15 years in a row that Nintendo is not interesting to me.
That this is probably one of the year where your thoughts and opinion are probably much kind of with some of the public, because some people really were not happy with Nintendo showing. Like people were like, they don't have anything to show. Like he was like, Smash Brothers, but outside of it, that's it. Like I don't really feel that, but there definitely was a lot of outcry with Nintendo this year, because they were like, where's Metroid 4? Where's the new Yoshi game? Where's all these other games?
Yeah, and then it comes to a point where the only way I tried to watch Nintendo, I told you I'll watch the conferences before I
fell asleep when Nintendo.
Look,
words
they
Nintendo
showed
popped up.
Smash Brothers, and I seen Snake, and I was like, cool, but I was like, I'm not getting
a Switch for that.
Switch for Smash Brothers. I'm not getting a Switch for Bayonetta. So they have nothing for me. So I'm pretty sure the masses of Nintendo fans are, their drawers are wet because of this. But for me, I turned it off. So it's just, there's only one company for me, and that's
Sony.
the big dog, the original. Well, not the original, but one of the originals. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Because once I start that, whew, man.
There's one other game I forgot from Microsoft. That's a problem. The thing is, Microsoft had a pretty decent con because they showed off a lot of games, but I can't remember half of them. Like I remember the ones that I really were honed in on, but it's tough. Like there's this indie game they showed called Tunic, which really looks good.
Yes,
that looked great.
That game. At first, I was like, "Look at this bootleg Zelda." When he held the sword, I said, "That's Zelda." But when it showed gameplay, I was like, "Hopefully, that's one that comes to PlayStation. If it doesn't, then that's one I'm like, man, I wish." And the first game, not the first game they showed, not Halo, but Ori.
Oh, Ori 2? That game looks great. Ori 1 was a cool game.
I was like, that's my style of game. I was like, dang, I wish I had that. So they had a couple things for me.
Yeah.
Just not enough to pay $400 or $500.
What would you be getting an X? I'm talking about an X or just a regular S?
I wouldn't get anything but the X just because.
You already got the 4K TV, so there's no point.
I spent so much to be close to up to date, so I wouldn't want to get an X and fall behind.
See,
a 1.
I've had the thought of getting an S because I think during E3 an S was $150. I was tempted, but it's like.
Oh, see, if I'd known that, I might have went ahead and because I do need a 4K Blu-ray player to go off.
Yeah, because Sony just decided you don't need one in your system.
Yeah. And to tell you the truth, I haven't missed it, but I started paying attention to what I was buying. I bought like 4 4K Blu-rays, and I have no player.
Yeah, just sitting there mocking you, like, this movie could look real bomb.
Justice League and Logan.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It was just sitting there, lonely.
Well, Justice League can be lonely. Okay, John Wick.
Excuse me? Don't get me started.
Justice League can stay lonely, though.
First of all, Justice League was one of the greatest movies of all time.
No wonder you thought the Sony conference was the best.
Aaron's just creeping.
I'm sorry.
What do you have to say about the Microsoft show? Like, what were a few things there that got you?
I got scared when the Funko Pop game came on the screen. I was like, oh my god. Marcus Phoenix too tiny for me. Please help.
And that's about it.
But I liked it that they showed Devil May Cry. That even though I've never played a Devil May Cry game ever except for DMC, but that was free. I can't wait to spend some money to actually get caught up with the Devil May Cry universe.
Yeah, those games are on sale
Sekiro was pretty good in the fact that we're getting 3 samurai games at some point.
Now all they need to do is bring me back Onimusha, and I'll be happy.
Actually, I'll come back to that after Aaron, you're done. Continue.
Like, I like it how this year is the year of the samurai, just like how at some point it was the year of apocalypse type games.
Yeah.
But
hashtag Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
The last
hashtag
samurai.
Bombs.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for Microsoft for me.
Hashtag Jube.
Yeah. Getting back to that samurai thing with Onimusha is, I was talking with it a few days ago with Aaron about it, but that Ori engine, the thing they're making the Devil May Cry 5 on, and the Resident Evil 2 remake is the same one they did with Resident Evil 7. So that's a really a really diverse engine. You can do a lot with it. And somebody was thinking on Twitter, like, with this option, they could just remake Onimusha 1. They wouldn't have to go to the work of redoing keeping the face, just redo it. And take out the tank controls and just put in maybe more modernized movement. It's like, that'd be a pretty alright idea, because people have been clamoring for Onimusha for a while.
Yeah, I could sacrifice the look that I'm used to, the character's looks that I remember for a remake.
Yeah.
So yeah, Samanosuke can change and Jubei can change and all that, but
I'd
love the gameplay still there.
That's the thing that'll make or break it. If the gameplay is still traditional Onimusha, then it's good. Because I just want like Onimusha 2. That's the one I really want. Like 1 is good, 3 is great, but 2 is just.
When people forget how hard Onimusha was, it was a hard game. The game was not easy.
They even had the what's it called on it. If you got any problems, call this number.
then-
right there on the disc.
Then that's when my phone rings and I just beat it because I love Onimusha too.
Yeah, I didn't
But
call it.
but if I would give my rating for Microsoft as a gamer, I give Microsoft a 7 or 8. If all I owned was an Xbox, then I give it about a 3 or 4. Exactly how many exclusives they showed. 3 or 4.
Yeah, it's not a lot. And Crackdown 3, it finally got a release date, but that game's been... They showed that game when the Xbox One got revealed. That's how long that game's been in development. Like, they had to delay, because I guess last E3 that game wasn't looking good at all. Like, it wasn't... apparently it wasn't fun, and it just looked bad. So, they had to pretty much restructure the whole game again.
They showed Forza, Crackdown, Halo...
Well, no, they didn't even really show Halo. They showed that CGI thing, which makes it seem like, Halo's next-gen game. Like,
yeah, or at least they announced it. They announced it.
Which I figured going in, because it's been a few years since 5.
Yeah, so I give them... Yeah, they showed, I think, about five exclusives, if I can remember.
Well, also they include, like,
roughly.
indie games, too. Like stuff like Tunic and, like, We Happy Few. Those would be considered exclusives as well.
Okay, well...
But, like, the system sellers, like, pretty much the ones you're naming off right now.
Exactly. No one's going to go spend $600 for Tunic.
Well, I'd spend $150 for Cuphead easily, but that's just me.
Yeah, I give you that one. Cuphead's still one of the games where I'm like, man, I really want to play it.
Like
Speaking of Cuphead, that DLC though.
Yeah, so they're still supporting it. So like that's cool. That's a cool announcement.
Oh, Miss Chalice, Miss Chalice. I like that. That was actually a slick little name.
Yeah. But yeah.
But if we can get to Sony soon, I would be very...
Let's move on to Sony. We've said enough about Microsoft now. So moving back to Sony, there's some cool stuff shown. Like I was really impressed. The presentation, taking the presentation out just of the content they showed, it was fairly strong. Even though we have to wait a while for these games, like it's like, okay, I'm liking the first parties they're showing, and at least the third parties they have seem really cool. Like the new 505 studio game. I forget the name, but the one with the telekinesis. It's like the first Control. Like that seems like a cool game. RE2 seems cool. Even though it's really fast for Neo 2 to come out, it's nice that I guess the game did well enough to support a sequel.
Yeah. Neo did real well.
Yeah. Once it moved to PC, that's when it excelled because it had that Game of the Year edition. Yeah.
I think we both grabbed it around the same time, right?
Yeah. I still need to pick that game up though. I only played like those betas. I'm still been waiting to find time to play it though.
So, other than Ghost of Takashi Takashi 69, what other game was your favorite?
See, I can't really say Death Stranding. Like the trailer was cool, but I still don't know what that game is about or what even like. I know I have a general idea of the concept of what you're doing in it, but I don't know if that remains into gameplay. Like, probably it'd be Ghosts. Maybe it's tied between Last of Us Part 2 and Spider-Man, but because Part 2 is pretty much it's The Last of Us just again. I'd probably give it to Spider-Man because that one looked really fun to play. And it's the one that I know is coming soon, so I can really look forward to it.
Yeah, I would say if all three of them came out right now, well, 4, Days Gone, Death Stranding, Last of Us 2, and Spider-Man, which one are you... You can only pick one. Which one are you going home with?
Well, that's tough.
That's right.
That's a tough one because, like, Days Gone, I feel I can wait on that game, but Last of Us Part 2 and Death Stranding are the tough ones because, like, I'd like to see the continuation of that story. I know Death Stranding, I'd want to see what they're going to go with their story because I know Kojima's going to be something really balls to the wall crazy.
Yeah.
I think right now I might go Last of Us Part 2 maybe. but it's only just because I know what to expect from that right now, just of the footage I've seen.
Yeah.
I'd go with Death Stranding 100%.
Yeah, I'll probably take Last of Us.
So it's 2 against 1.
Death Stranding looks like a walking simulator.
That's what people are saying. Some people said actually, like, I was interested for Death Stranding, and that trailer made the game not as cool anymore. So I've heard for some.
Yeah, I feel that way. I'm still interested in the mystery.
Yeah.
But I'm also like that's your trailer?
Well, I think the thing is what Kojima said is there's combat in the game, but he took all the combat out of the trailer. He's like, yeah, there's combat, but this wasn't what the trailer was for. He's like, yeah, you're going to be able to shoot guns and do all these other things. Like, there's stealth elements and, like, strategy and that. But yeah, that's what it seems like right now at that trailer. So that's kind of why I went Last of Us 2. Like, it seems cool, but I know what I'm going to get out of Last of Us Part 2. Like, I know it's going to be same game, but just expanded on. And they're probably going to add new concepts to it to just change it up.
Exactly. And my question is about Last of Us 2.
Hello? Brandon, where you at? Oh, Brandon left. I guess we're just not going to know what his question is. We'll never know what he said in the end. So what were you saying? Because you kind of ended on a cliffhanger at the end. You were talking something about Last of Us Part 2.
Oh, okay. I was saying the only question I have about Last of Us 2 is where's Joel?
Yeah, they mention him in the trailer. Like, I guess he's at the place that we were staying at in Last of Us 1. I guess he's just there, but he's not really doing anything. Like, I don't know. They've been really vague about it, so they're probably saving that kind of reveal for the actual game. And they said you're only playing as Ellie, so there's probably not going to be any possible Joel. But the thing is, I can't. I'm not sure what to believe because they said the same thing in Last of Us 1. They said, "Oh, you're not going to play as Ellie at any point in the game."
Yeah.
So who knows?
We're not going to believe any of that.
Yeah, I don't believe Naughty Dog at this point. Sometimes they'll be saying some stuff, and it's like, oh, never mind, you guys just lied.
But Joel, I need Joel. I need to find out why they called her Wolf. Ellie's nickname is Wolf, or her legend is Wolf, because she tried to take my name. Second of all, it needs to come out right now because I want it. I need it. I have nothing to play right now. Me and God of War through. We through. Me and God of War through.
Already?
Man, I'm like two trophies away, and then right now I'm just I'm burned out.
Yeah. See, I don't know how people got that platinum in like a week. There are people I follow on Twitter who are like, yeah, platinum's done. Like, the game came out 3 days ago. What you been doing?
Well, it's actually easy platinum because you don't have to beat it on
the
hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
So
which
really,
makes it probably the easiest God of War platinum then.
Yeah. All you gotta do is just beat it and collect everything, and then you have the platinum.
Yeah, and there's always those people on YouTube who post where all the collectibles are, so it's not.
Yeah. So back to E3. So, Ghosts of Takashi.
Teriyaki.
Yeah.
Ghost of Teriyaki. That game, man. That's going to be my Onimusha for the time being.
Yeah, like Sucker Punch really are doing it. Like, I was like, Sucker Punch doing a samurai game. It'll be interesting if they can pull it off. And it seems from what they're showing, they're pulling it off. Like, they got the look perfect.
Yeah.
I want to see what more of the gameplay is going to consist of. They didn't they showed a bit, but I'd like to see like what it's going to entail in the final game. Yeah,
I wonder if it's open world or is that just a section of the game?
Oh, I was watching an interview with Giant Bomb. They were talking about it. That apparently that whole thing in the demo was just a side quest.
Okay.
So that's not even a main story thing. So it's going to be pretty open, I guess, in the end.
That game looks sick. Is Sucker Punch still a first party?
I believe so. I think they're still a first party studio.
I thought who got let go and did a game with Xbox?
Wait, was it Insomniac Games? 'Cause they did.
Maybe.
No, Sunset Horizon.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Then.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that game, I'll choose that over Death Stranding any day of the week.
See, that wasn't in the conversation because you just said Days Gone. That's like, I probably would almost because that game blew me away. That was of the Sony conference. That was the one that like really kept me like, okay, I want to see more of that game.
Yeah,
that part at the end when those two are fighting and it's just the camera shot and the look of it.
Yeah, first of all, I would destroy that girl. I knew I would. I wouldn't have stopped swinging. I would have destroyed her. That game looks amazing, man. Just I want to see that on a Pro. So perfect.
That's the game that would get me a PS4 Pro. Like I need to see that in 4K.
Yeah, and the HDR on that. Oh, I know that would just be so clean, man. I found they actually have a 4K HDR. I don't know if it's HDR, but they have a 4K video on YouTube.
Yep.
And I can tell you, I need it. I need it, and I want it, and I want it.
And then they already said, like, for those who want it, that there will be a Japanese, like, voice dialogue for those who want, like, the traditional. Yeah. Because they said at PSX, they were almost considering, like, the whole game in Japanese and just subtitles, no English. So I guess they were like, now let's give the option for those who want just English, not to read.
Yeah.
So it's cool, at least they're giving that choice.
And now, Days Gone will be out, what, next month?
Next year. It comes out Days Gone comes out in February. It comes out the same day as Anthem, that EA game.
What? So Spider-Man's the game for this year?
Yeah, Spider-Man's it.
Dang. I had my facts wrong.
Yeah, but next year, it's ridiculous how many games come out in January, February. Everybody's releasing games those next 2 months. Like, I don't know why. Like, that's the new fall.
Like, didn't you say that, like, they didn't want to release all their new games now because of Red Dead?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was another thing I said, is that Red Dead, because it comes out in October, a lot of developers kind of push their games back because they know people are going to just be playing that. So Grand Theft Auto 5 had happened. Yeah. Remember Watch Dogs tried to talk smack, like, oh, when you're done with GTA 5, come play Watch Dogs. And the game got delayed.
Yeah, they're definitely getting out of that game's way.
Yeah.
That's like Star Wars. That's like Star Wars in the theater. You're not going to release next to it.
Yeah, and the movies that did bombed. No one saw Sisters.
Look what happened when they released next to Twilight. Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Hashtag Scott Pilgrim.
Hell yeah.
Saddest movie. Is
such a great movie too.
No one saw it.
To get off a topic for a little bit, such a great, hilarious, creative movie, and no one knows it exists.
But they saw Twilight.
I've seen
the
Twilight.
Most by the numbers movie out there.
I could have wrote Twilight and Scott Pilgrim the same day. I went to the movies with the sun up. I left. It was the next day. That's how long Twilight was.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about Twilight. You were like, man, that fight scene. That's all you said. You're like, Twilight, that movie sucked, but that fight scene was worth admission. It's like, no.
I wouldn't say it, because I loved every single last Twilight, 1, 2, and 3. I loved all of them.
Don't you? Isn't there like 5 of those? Because there's like a part 1 and 2.
No, I swear it's just 3.
No, there was a 2-part movie.
Well, I loved all of them then, man.
It is Twilight, New Moon, and then I think it's Breaking Dawn Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, who's counting, man? Okay.
Not you, I guess.
Apparently, no, man, it's been so many years, but I loved it. But back to Last of Us, the God, Ellie was doing some damage. Ellie wasn't taking no games.
Her kissing another woman, woo, that was all the damage I needed.
That's pre-order solidified. Okay. I bought it right then and there without a
Where's
release
the collector's edition? I need to get this game now.
I said, give me the poster, give me the statue. I want the signed autograph. Where's Joel?
Hashtag where's Joel?
I'm ready.
I want my Troy Baker signature.
I want my Troy Baker. I want to meet him. He's a trailblazer. I meant to say. But yeah, I think now that I think about it, seeing Last of Us 2, because Naughty Dog's really good of showing the game, and the game comes out, and it looks very close to what they showed.
Yeah, like Last of Us 1, people like there are some things in that demo, like when they first showed it, that were only in that demo because it was like AI that was really intelligent, but that's still like it's close to the final game. Like when Uncharted 2 is shown, close to the final game. So I know what I'm gonna see in that. I'm gonna see when I get the game. Probably look better. Which is crazy.
Yeah,
Uncharted 4
That's
in
the
that
thing.
demo
It'll probably look better.
Yeah, Uncharted 4. When we saw that demo of it, I was like, "This game looks incredible." You play the full game and you see the comparison between E3 and the full game. Is like, man, E3 one doesn't look that good, or it doesn't look as good as the full one, which is nuts.
Looks like a beta. Looked like a beta. So it was crazy.
So you already know they're gonna push the PS4 to the max. And Naughty Dog are the team to do it. Uncharted 4, I thought.
Pro.
Yeah,
the Pro.
Well, they'll manage to make the game look good on regular, but I'm sure on the Pro it'll really push it.
Boo.
4K, 60 FPS.
No.
Probably 4K 30 with some like sliders for probably better lighting.
No. You said they're gonna take the PS4 to the max.
Well, they could do
4K, 60 FPS Pro only.
There's only a few games can hit that.
I say it'll be 1080
60 and in 4K 30.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna give us the Neo options. Do you want to?
Yeah, exactly.
I wish every game gave an option like that.
Experience?
That was a cool option. I wish every game had that option. It's like, hey, you want it to look better? You have the option. You want it to just play better? Hey, here you go. Like, give me that choice, like PC.
Okay, and now with my issues with Death Stranding, why, even in movie form or game form, does Norman Reedus look dirty?
Huh? It's a game about the world ending.
No, in Walking Dead he looked dirty. In the Saints he looked dirty. And now in the game he looks just
that's
downright
just Norman Reedus.
filthy.
You ever seen Norman Reedus in real life?
I think Reedus is just a dirty looking dude. First of all, I couldn't take him. I can't. I see Daryl. That's who I see. I see Daryl in the video game. He's not even Norman Reedus. Daryl, where's Rick? Okay.
Oh, he left. He left the show.
Well, he'll leave after this season. Yeah. So, my question, my theory of Death Stranding, and it's mainly the baby.
The baby.
And I think the babies are clones, and they plug themselves in because apparently when they grab you, you're dying because you're aging.
Yeah, it's because that the rain does. So,
the time. Well, I thought they said that's where they grab you too. When they grab you, you age. Yeah. Remember the
Yeah.
So I think when they plug in that baby and they age, they die, but then the baby grows up to the form to whatever age they were at that time.
Yeah, that's what I'm taking.
That's my
the
theory.
Babies, like when they die, they reincarnate as they are, with keeping the memories intact.
Yeah, exactly. That's my theory. And if that's the case, that's wild, dog.
That's what Hideo Kojima said a while ago. He said, yeah, the game overs are going to be kind of weird in that game. Like, death's not going to be kind of a penalty. So that's what I think it's kind of going to be. But I feel at some point they're going to probably take that baby away. So it's like you don't have the luxury of going through that.
It's like get used to that baby. Got used to it? All right, cool. Give me that baby.
Give me that baby now. We're done.
And also, you said something like, Norman Reedus isn't even like in other games, like Norman Reedus would be like the best guy in his job, or he'd be like some tough guy. Apparently, he's like, Norman Reedus isn't. He's just some regular guy. He's not even the best in his company.
Yeah, he does. It sounds like he's a high guy. Level.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, he said he has the extension. What is it? Extinction? Yeah.
Extraction.
Something. What? I thought he said extinction factor.
Maybe I have to watch that trailer again.
Yeah, man. So that says right there, but he says, but I think you have me beat. So he's something special because he said he can sense him, and she said, well, can you see him? He said, no, I can sense him. So there is something about him that's different than everyone else. He's just not a regular. Hey, where's your package? I work for Amazon. So the game. I have more questions now that the trailer, and that's probably what's irritating me, is that he answered nothing
Yeah, but gave you more
but asked
questions.
more questions.
Yeah, like the other trailers were really vague. It's like I have a lot of questions about like it's kind of interesting. Now it's like, man, what does this mean? Like you're bringing up a lot of things.
Yeah,
and like what does eating the bug at the end do?
Well, she said that keeps rainfall away, right? So maybe she can get wet and it won't.
Well, she had the umbrella too, so it's
yeah, true.
Yes, it's all these questions. I'm so confused.
Exactly.
Like, I start thinking of it more. It's like, wait, now this contradicts this statement here.
The problem is we're not used to Kojima doing a new game.
Yeah, he's been making Metal Gear and like Zone of the Enders games for years, so it's like we know the pre-established notions of those series and the worlds they live in.
Yeah.
This one, we have no idea. Like I don't know how the world in Death Stranding works or what its laws are. So
yeah, Metal Gear, you knew, yeah, we didn't understand these robots.
No,
but we knew that was Snake. You know,
we knew what the Patriots were. We knew like
the Lolly Lule Low. We knew that.
With this, it's
now
like,
I'm like,
wait, why is he
who
naked?
is this dude? Exactly.
Why are there handprints on his body?
Why is Daryl dirty? Like,
well, we've already established he's just trying to keep it in canon to his actor.
Right?
Dirty Reedus.
Dirty Reedus.
Hashtag Dirty Reedus. Clean him up.
Hashtag, what's the dude from Pootie Tang?
Dirty D.
Dirty D.
Dirty Dare.
His new name is
Dirty D.
Dunn's Dirt Cheap. Hey, Dirty D is now. If we're ever talking and you're talking about Norman Reedus or Death Stranding, it has to refer him as Dirty D, or we're not continuing the conversation.
All right, so, I'll remember that in a year and a half.
That's so funny, dog. That's so perfect. But that, don't get me wrong, when it comes out, I'm getting it. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure by then he'll show me something else where I'm like, yeah, okay, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah, once like people are actually getting hands-on in the game, we're seeing more. We'll probably have a better feel of it.
But for Kojima to, every trailer I ever seen, the best one has always been what Kojima released.
Yeah.
So the Phantom Pain was the best trailer of that year, and then Metal Gear Solid 4 for me was the best trailer of that year.
Yeah, that was like a mini movie. It was like 9 minutes long, and it blew me away back then.
For him to have the worst trailer out of the ones I've seen for Sony, well, other than Days Gone.
Days Gone wasn't even at E3 this year, but I know what you.
Well, maybe I missed in the conference. Like I said, I didn't watch the 100%.
No, they said Days Gone wasn't gonna come because they already showed a bunch of it a month ago. So they kind of.
But they still did release a E3 trailer. It just wasn't at E3. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So for him to be the worst or second worst, which is not an insult because he just went to get some crazy great trailers.
Yeah,
I was kind of disappointed in that.
I think it's because of how great the other trailers were. In comparison, it's not like as good.
Yeah.
Like that first trailer is like probably like it's a mix of just like what, and then you're like, oh, what's Dirty D doing there? And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Why is he naked? Wait, what's the baby?
What's the baby?
All these what are those dudes floating in the air? Why
where did he put that needle?
The real question is, Guillermo del Toro, where are you?
Yeah, cause I guess he's in the game, and where's Mads Mikkelsen? Why are there skeletons and tanks?
Where's Joel? Like, just to throw that in there. Sean!
Jason!
That's it, yeah. That's what I'm looking for. It's Jason, not Sean. God dang it, I thought I had
it's the same too.
Jason! Jason!
And now you got black androids in the back of the bus.
Is that what's going on in that game?
Yeah, in the beginning of the game, it's a black android. You get in the bus and you're in the android-only compartment in the back of the bus.
Oh, shoot. Hey, the more I hear about that game, and see it, I'm like, dang, I might need to go pick that up.
I would say I'm considering getting it probably soon because I want something to play. It seems like probably one of the better David Cage games they made. Like, it's still got some really dumb things in it, but it's the most interesting story, at least, of what he's going with. Heavy Rain was just dumb. There's some dumb moments in that game. And the plot makes no sense with all these plot holes that they never explain. But
now,
Resident Evil 2.
I was very psyched for this. Because I was waiting. They announced it like, for 2014. And that's the last they said of anything with it.
No.
Like, you're not psyched for it.
I am. Look, that game ruined me when I was younger. Okay.
That's what I
that
wanted.
game. No. You didn't play. Have you ever played it?
Yeah. I played all the Resident Evil games. I played 1, 2,
When
Outbreak.
did you play it? When did you play it?
Play early 2000s.
Okay. When did Resident Evil 2 come out?
It comes out.
When it comes out, or when did the original?
When did it come out? The original.
It came out around.
I remember being very young.
Oh, that was a scary game back then. I remember Nemesis is way worse though. 2 is scary, but Nemesis is way scarier because that dude will pop up out of nowhere and you can't do anything about him.
RKO out of nowhere.
Okay.
But I don't know. Resident Evil 2 was scary, but it was no Silent Hill 2 or Silent Hill 3.
See, and that's why
those games
I never played. I never touched Silent Hill.
Emotionally scary.
Nah, what's more scary is PT.
Well, that's the scariest game I probably played, but it's gonna be hard to beat that.
Oh, PT is. Tell you the truth, PT did kind of give me that. Hey, I don't want to do this feel.
Yeah, that first time it's like I don't want to walk through this door. And the thing is, like, I didn't even know what PT was at first. Like, kind of seemed like a horror game, but just walking through that hallway, it just is he just doesn't feel unsure. It's like, do I really want to walk down this hallway? Like, just someone's coming. Like, you felt it in the back of your head. Like, it's gonna hit at some point.
Like, this doesn't feel. You know what else gave me that? Dead Space.
Yeah,
this
Dead
doesn't
Space
feel
1.
right. Like,
only
why
Dead
am I
Space
doing
1.
this to myself?
Number 2 was way more combat heavy, so you didn't really get that.
It still had his moments though.
Yeah,
still definitely had his
well,
moments.
there are some crazy moments in number 2, but I think number 1 had the perfect feel of just like the isolation and you just not knowing what's coming next at any point.
Yes.
And then having no ammo at times really made it worse. Like the last few chapters, you barely have any ammo for those guns.
But Resident Evil 2, look, I gave its props. It looks good. No.
Alright, here's the one thing I will say that has me sold for Resident Evil 2. The fact that they made Leon dumb. The fact that it's not the same Leon we've been growing up with. It's a new Leon that doesn't even know what the hell's going on. It's like, oh my god, zombies! I have to kill them.
That's how it should be.
Oh my god, zombies! What do I do?
Once Leon's like the point where he's already seen these, so he already knows what to expect.
Yeah, he's
number 2
seasoned.
Number 2 is still like rookie Leon, so he's like, I don't know what.
I know it's rookie Leon, but I just like it how they make him seem more
dumb.
This is my first thing. Like,
yeah,
dumb. I don't like
dumb.
how Leon is.
Didn't he run from a boulder?
Yeah, in 4. It was pretty dumb in that game, but I still kind of liked it. There are a lot of things he ran from in 4.
That animation was terrible.
Back then it looked cool, but looking at it now, it looks kind of bad.
Temple Run did better than that. Temple Run, shut it down.
Now I have to look that up. Put the running animation over this now. Hey, look at him go! Hey!
The worst, my biggest disappointment of E3. Well, first tell me yours. Both of you tell me yours.
Most disappointing?
Mine is going to surprise you.
All right. Most disappointing for me was Fallout 76 because it really ruined everything that I wanted from a Fallout game. They took pretty much all the RPG elements out. Any of the story parts I liked are gone. And the online concept's cool, but it's the execution of it I think is bad. So it really disappointed me. 'Cause I was like, I could give it a chance, and then they're like, yeah, there's no NPCs in the game. So it's like, so half the stats you level up in the game are going to be pointless then. So that was the most disappointing for me, I'd say.
I got two most disappointing. Number one, the fact that no one took Andrew WK's performance seriously, and then put his heart and soul out on that stage to sell Rage 2, and no one batted a single eye.
No one gave us.
It's like when Usher's performing on the Xbox stage.
Number
That's
two,
what it gets, man.
Number two, the fact that Skyrim is on Alexa. I thought we were done. I thought Todd Howard was gonna walk up on stage and be like, "Here's a joke, ha ha, we're done with Skyrim, Elder Scrolls 6." Nah, they had to legit put it on Alexa.
Pretty good.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, my most disappointing game of E3 2018
Nintendo.
is Kingdom Hearts 3.
I want to hear this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, the song sucks. Let's get that straight. The song compared to Simple and Clean and Sanctuary, the song's garbage. Okay?
I would.
The song sounds what Dirty D looks like. It's garbage. Okay?
It's no Sanctuary. It's fine. Like I think right now
it
the problem
sounds
is
like
I need to see it
I'd
with
rather
the
listen to
cutscenes.
Selena Gomez.
Okay, you're going too far now. Like Selena Gomez.
Okay.
That's not music. that's a machine right there making some music.
The English trailer, the words didn't fit with the mouth.
Well, the thing that made those
Okay.
trailers suck is that I don't know if it was a glitch on their part, but they took all the sound effects off. So when it gets to that part of the song, you just hear the voices, and it's weird. Like everyone was like, "Why do that?" It made the game look bad because some people are like, "This trailer sucks," because it means it focuses on the English dub and there's no sound effects. So you're hearing all these weird lines of people who have never played Kingdom Hearts, so it makes the lines sound real dumb because you're just hearing them up front.
And it got to the point where I was like, is this the reason it's pushed back because they can't sync the words to the mouth?
No, I think it's more that they wanted to make it so that it comes out within the Japanese release, so it's not like a 6-month wait.
Okay. Fair enough. Good point. I didn't think of that. Number 3 about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, can I say right now one of the things this is probably going to be?
Huh?
Frozen.
Frozen, huh? Did I see Olaf?
Yes, you did.
Did I see Olaf?
You know, I'll buy this game, but I can't support it. It's got Frozen in there.
Frozen can be there because you can work with Frozen in a cool way, but Frozen is also predictable.
Yeah.
Okay, Frozen is the Mulan of this game. Oh, I'm weak. I'm not sure of myself. I can't control anything. And then part 2, oh, look at me dressed up as the queen. I'm all powerful. I mastered my powers. Let's fight the organization.
Yeah, that's probably what it's gonna be.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
I like the Mulan level, but that's probably what it is. I think I said when I watched the trailers, like, I'm not a fan of Frozen, but I'm sure they can make it work because they've made levels in previous games work that I thought would suck. Like I thought Little Mermaid and 1 was gonna be bad, but playing it's like it's all right.
Excuse me.
It's not number 2 though. Number 2, Lanica, is the worst level in the game.
This way, we'll dance and we'll play.
No, please, no. I don't want to get a copyright strike.
You mean I'm singing horribly? They won't give you a copyright strike.
No,
if I do
they'll think you are singing like the real game.
You gave him a compliment. You thought YouTube would recognize that garbage voice. YouTube's, I know that tune.
I know that guy. He's that guy that did that video. Everyone could sing Snake Eater.
You're mine now, boy.
You about to get demonetized.
Let me tell you something, man. Frozen is gonna be a good level. It would have been a great level without Olaf. Okay? It would have been a fantastic level. Cause I remember talking about this with you earlier. I said, I don't want Frozen in there
with Olaf
if they add Olaf. And of course, they could have added him as a summon. He could have been a summon.
That would have been fine.
And
like
I
a
wouldn't have
Chicken
used
Little.
him, and it would have been perfect. I would have never used it, and I wouldn't complain except for to level up my drive. But no, they added him and gave him lines.
I think he's in your party
this,
too.
huh?
I think he's gonna be in your party.
He's probably gonna be in the party. He's gonna be a playable character. You gonna go to?
He's gonna be dead with Donald.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Him and Donald are gonna be together. Hopefully I can set him to passive. Don't do anything.
You probably can. If it's like number 2, you'll probably be able to set him or take him out. Who knows? Like, but I don't know. Since the party's like now like 5 or 6 people.
Player in your party. You can't take them out.
Yeah, so you're screwed now. You gotta keep.
What is Anna gonna do? What is Kristoff gonna do? You're gonna
Nothing.
have
They
Olaf
better
in
stay in the
that party.
background.
Number
You're gonna
3.
have Olaf in the party, and you can't.
Number 4. Number 4. Why would you do? Don't get me wrong. I know this movie's one of the favorites for many, for Disney. I know people love it. I know John, you love it. I can't stand Toy Story.
Toy Story. Yeah, I knew.
I hate Toy Story with a passion. Okay? I literally think it is one of the worst Disney movies.
It's a Pixar film.
Disney movie. Who owns Pixar? Who owns Pixar?
Disney, but before
Disney movie. Okay?
It's a Pixar film that got produced by Disney.
Disney movie.
Let's stop fighting the semantics of this. We'll be on like all day.
Okay? Okay?
12 hours later.
If I go to Disneyland right now, is Woody there?
Yeah, I saw him last night when.
Disney movie. Okay?
Pixar Fest.
Huh? Huh?
But I think kind of going back with that
Disney.
Frozen thing, like I've seen bits and pieces because there's a huge gameplay dump of the Toy Story world. Like I think in the context of the game, it'll be cool. Like I think they're doing cool concepts with that level. So I think that'll at least work. Like you may not like the characters up, but I think the gameplay portion of it'll be fun.
I said it. I told you a long time ago that Frozen can be a great level, and I mean that. Frozen can do well. That can be probably one of the best. It really can. Without Olaf.
What?
He could have been a
Toy Story though. It's probably another story.
I hate
story.
Toy Story. Get it? Pun. I hate Toy Story, but I love Buzz Lightyear. Okay? If we could have did the Buzz story, sign me up. Buzz story. If we could have went to space, you know, maybe he can be part of our gummy ship with the two little rats.
Chip and it.
I forgot their name.
Chip and the two rats. Those two rats are just talking.
Those two rats. I would have loved that.
They're chipmunks. That thing is funny. It's like they're not even rats.
Shoot.
There's a legit rat in the game because they got Remy from Ratatouille in there as like a mini game thing. So there is a rat. And Mickey's a rat too. Ricky's a.
Don't tell me you started hating on Ratatouille. That's a good
I love
film.
Ratatouille's a good movie.
No, I'm talking to Brandon.
Oh.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Ratatouille. I've never seen it. Okay?
Oh.
Okay. And you know why?
You know what?
I don't care about no cooking rat.
Hey,
Only
it's
mouse
not
I need
just
is Mickey.
It's not about a cooking rat. It's about everyone can cook.
Hey, remember when this was about E3?
What does the rat do? What does the rat do? What does the rat do in the movie?
The rat sees a cookbook. The rat sees a cookbook, has a vision of the guy on the cookbook. Has a guy.
Hey, remember we were talking about games and E3?
No. This is about E3 because you said Ratatouille is part of Kingdom Hearts mini game. So we are talking about characters in the game. What does the rat do in the movie?
Cook.
So
Cook. Thank you, John. Because I don't want an essay. He cooks. Okay? I don't want to see a movie about a rat cooking. All right?
But it's
it.
not
Huh?
it's not just the rat cooking. They also got the other main character who's trying to learn how to cook as well.
What's his name?
Linguini,
What's the rat's name?
Remy.
Let me tell you something. Every time I see a cover of Ratatouille, all I see is what? A rat.
No,
That
you
ain't
see the
Mickey.
fat. No, you see the fat guy.
I see a rat. Okay? A
Oh,
snitch.
wait, you see Chip and Dale?
Yeah, I see Chip and Dale. All 5 of them.
You're not even rats.
Them and Pomone. Okay?
Timon's not even. He's not even a rat.
What's Pomone? Timon?
God, I gotta look it up now. I forgot. I know the animal, but
But you know what I'm saying. First of all, was that Mufasa? Was that Mufasa?
oh, Timon's a meerkat. That's what he is. It's not a rat.
He's a what?
A meerkat.
A mere rat. That's what he is. He's a rat. Was that Mufasa?
Hmm?
In the Kingdom Hearts trailer? Was that Mufasa?
No, it's Simba.
It's Simba. When did Simba die? Did he die?
Simba's
No.
not even dead.
Why they got him looking like Mufasa in the clouds?
Because
What is Kingdom Hearts doing to me?
they're making you feel good.
What?
Apparently not. Apparently not. Cause it was your worst game at E3, so apparently it's not making you feel good.
It is not the. I did not say that.
Disappointing.
I did not
Never
say
mind,
it.
forgot.
The most disappointing. Okay, and I'm still. If it released right now, what am I doing? I'm buying it, without question. I don't care if it was $100. Here's my money.
Well, for $100, you can get all the collections in one.
Huh? What? With an autograph picture signed by Olaf? Well, no, thank you.
No, Haley Joel Osment.
Who?
The main character, the guy who voices Sora. Have you not been paying attention? Did you not read the credits?
No.
You play the game, and then once you beat the final boss, just turn off the console and write your review.
If I don't get a trophy, we through. If I ain't gotta watch the credits, we through.
So I guess
Okay.
to wrap this up, what was your game of E3? The game that taking away this is the best game I saw of the show.
That's tough.
And there's actually one more game I forgot to put. That would probably be my game of Microsoft. Cyberpunk 2077. That trailer looked really good.
Don't get me started on Cyberpunk, okay?
Yo, you're just upset because it ain't The Witcher.
That you got dang right.
You're upset that we couldn't have a Cyberpunk Witcher.
That's if I don't see Siri in Cyberpunk, even though she mentioned Cyberpunk in The Witcher, they don't want to do that. Let me tell you something. They do not want to do that. Okay, let's just say that.
So as you're saying, what was we'd say your game of E3?
My game of E3 was
Man, all this dead air.
Oh, my bad. I'm also playing Fortnite. My game of E3 was Ghost of Cicero.
Goes to Teriyaki.
Ghost of
Ghosts of Tootsie Roll.
there you go.
Tekashi.
Ghost of Tootsie Roll. Tekashi 69. That was my E3. No, well, shoot. This is gonna sound weird. My game of E3 is also my most disappointed game of E3.
Wow.
Just because, okay, I can say all the dislikes I have with the trailer. That does not mean that's not what I want. That's not what I'm waiting for more than anything. I've been waiting 15, 16.
You've been waiting for 15, 16 to figure out a plot hole in other games you haven't even put time into.
Let me tell you something. Who said that? Who said that? Who said I didn't beat Birth by Sleep? And
Oh, you did.
huh? I beat it.
Where? I want to see your trophies. I want to see it.
It was on my friend's profile. He was at the last level and I played it. So that counts as beating.
No, it doesn't. You got to beat the game 3 times.
Okay, look. I watched all the cutscenes and stuff.
It doesn't even count.
I know the story. I know the story.
What happens then? Tell me.
Huh? I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. What's his name? Ventus. Ventus gets wrecked. That boy gets wrecked. He gets the business, is what Ventus gets. If that's his name, the one that looks like Roxas. Correct?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
So he's in the dark realm. Correct?
Yeah,
No.
Well, she takes him, or he goes to, what's the chick's name?
Aqua.
Basically, she's part of the organization. Okay.
No, I'll stop you right there. That is 100% off the rail. You don't know what happened.
Okay, look, I'll tell you what really happened. I was just joking. The dude had darkness in his heart, and they finally he gave into it and fused with Xehanort. So him and Xehanort are technically the same person, or I don't know if his name was Xehanort at the time. So I could be wrong on that part, but they fuse and they are the same person. Aqua goes to the dark realm, I think, in search of Ventus, I think, if that's his name.
Terra.
Terra goes to dark realm in search of Ventus or whatever that dude's name is. Correct?
Yeah.
And she shuts it behind. Look, I'll see you later, Mickey. Peace, nigga. She shut it. And that's why in the trailer, and then no,
that's not what happened. She goes to the realm of darkness in search of Terra, and tries to find the answer, but gets trapped into the realm of darkness. Ends up meeting up with Ansem the Wise, who's also trapped in the realm of darkness. Is trying to find a way out. But it took so long that she's still in the realm of darkness. She doesn't even leave. She doesn't even shut the door.
First of all, I've seen her in the Organization 13 costume.
That's not her!
Huh? Who is she?
We can finish this. We can finish this afterwards.
Terra and Ventus are the original
It's like 30 minutes of
and Birth by Sleep. Terra has darkness in him, gets persuaded by Terranort with the help of him to let himself get consumed by the darkness. Xehanort shoves his Keyblade into his chest. They fuse together, becoming Terra Xehanort or Terranort. Ventus and Venus have a battle between the Keyblades and the X-Blade, and Ventus is all broken. And oh wait, my heart went to my heart mended with Sora, so that's why Roxas looks like me, but I'm the original. And
okay, so you telling me you just gonna listen to everything I said and just repeat it? That's what you're telling me? Because that's all I said. Everything you said, I said already.
You said that she closes the door for good.
All right, so Aaron,
Everything I said.
What's your game of E3?
Go to Tsushima.
No. I'm not done explaining mine. Okay? Don't cut me off. Okay?
Cut the video.
Well, that's gonna not do it this time. I'd like to thank my guests for joining me.
So
maybe next year we'll finish up.
So first of all, Terra. Let's get back to the rap. No. So yes, for real. My game of E3 is Kingdom Hearts 3. My most disappointed game of E3 is also Kingdom Hearts 3. Not only because of the trailer and the characters I've seen, but the main fact is that I have to wait until next year for a game that was announced, I believe, 3 years ago already.
2013.
Oh, even worse. That's the only reason. Am I excited for the game? You better believe it. If they release it today, you better believe it. If they release Death Stranding, Last of Us 2, Ghost of Takahashi, Days Gone, the only game that can take me away from Kingdom Hearts 3 is a new God of War. That's it.
Right.
And that's it for me. Sick of y'all, man. Talk about my Takashi 6ix9ine.
But we didn't talk bad about it.
Huh? He's a rapper.
But enough about XXX Temptation. That's gonna do it for this segment here. I'd like to thank Beastly Wolves and Zombie Smasher for joining me for a talk about rats, Dirty D's, and why Kingdom Hearts disappointing.
Hashtag where's y'all?
Yeah.
Hashtag Brandon needs to play all the other games.
Excuse me. You listened to my analysis and then just repeated it and act like you knew what you're talking about. So
I played the games. I played the games 100%. I played them all on critical.
Hashtag where's Joe? Kill Olaf.